Hey guys, what's up? It's Darkmech here and welcome back to another video. Today we're covering off the Temple of Sethraliss for my Season 4 Mythic Plus tank guides for tanks, moving into the 10 plus range. So again, same spiel at the start of every video. These videos are not designed as full dungeon walkthroughs as such in regards to mobs and bosses, more so around arming tanks coming into that Mythic Plus 10 affix of Awakened, what to do with the obelisks and what kind of route to take, as more often than not the group is going to look to you as the tank to just execute a route and they're going to go along with it. So the idea behind this is to give you the confidence to know what you're doing. So again, I'm going to play a video, I'm going to talk over the top of it, and I am going to walk you through everything we do. And Temple's actually a really good key in Season 4, guys. So to start off with, we are just going to pull the first 3 mobs. There's an Obelisk right in front of us, so straight into this, and then we're going to take the Obelisk. Now with these first 3 mobs here, stun, grip off the marksman's power shot if you can. Make sure that you interrupt the healing from the charged devil, and you also want to interrupt the lightning bolts if you can. But you shouldn't have too many issues on this. So we're just going to kill this pack, and then we're going into the first Obelisk. Now, Obelisks, remember, they'll change Tyran A, Fort A, Tyran B, Fort B, but you're always going to deal with the Obelisks lieutenants in the same manner, and you're always going to take the Obelisks to the same spots in Temple, so it doesn't really matter. So I've got the blob here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just pulling it out of the way, just so there's fairly clear access, because we're going to kill all the tentacles up here, because we're not going to bother snapping them down or anything like that. We're going to clean up these tentacles here, and then we are going to move down the ramp. So clearing the tentacles and then just moving down with the blob all the way down to the bottom here. Now you've got 2 choices with the blob here. One, that you can kill it like right here. You can come out safe distance from these mobs up the top, safe distance from these mobs down the bottom. Or you can wheel it around the corner and you can kill it around here hard up against the wall, and you'll be safe from the bosses over here. I generally I move way too fast, and I generally always end up around the corner. That's just me, but you do you, boo. You do whatever you want to do. So killing it right here, so easy coming out here, not going to aggro the boss over here, we're safe, straight into this pack. In this pack where the hatchling is, where the stealth mob is usually not far off it, you will get stunned straight off the bat. So as a DK, I just Icebound Fortitude that straight off the bat, rather than sitting it. Again, you can do whatever you like. Again, with the devils, make sure you kick the heal, make sure you're kicking the lightning bolts. Watch out for the marksman with its power shot as well. The power shot on Fortified can really clean someone up, and the Fang will do a blade flurry. Just make sure you're facing it away from your group, or that you can grip it off. Okay, so we kill them, and then we're on to the first boss. Now, first boss, Adderus and Aspects. A handy little thing is to have a focus macro, so you can take turns kicking Aspects as jolts. On Fortified, not the biggest deal, still helps out. Tyrannical, definitely something you want to do. Cyclone Strike, you just need to make sure that you're not getting hit by Cyclone Strike. If you get a circle around you, make sure you're running out. Be kicking the jolts, there's a static shock that's incoming right now. This is large damage that goes out, you just need to watch that. The other thing you just need to make sure that you're looking out for is when they have a lightning shield on them, that you're not hitting them. So as the tank, if you can separate them for demon hunters with immolation aura and things like that, it definitely does help. When the lightning shield switches, you switch targets. Try and kick the gusts, have a rotation set up to kick the gusts. One thing you'll need to do is you'll need a kick on the 3rd gust, as when you get the 3rd gust, Adderus is going to do a charge. You just want to move out of that path. So here comes the gust now, and you can see the charge path there. Says the arrows of where it's going to go, just move away from the arrows. And that's pretty much it with that. You ping pong back and forth from them and you kill them. Once they are dead, we are going to run down here. Now, we're just going to leg it down here, and we're going to grab this padding Crowlusk Rider. We're going to kill that, and then we're going to go into the next Obelisk. So with the Crowlusk Rider, keep it faced away from your group. It does this Noxious Breath, that's bad. It also does a cleave, so do not face it on your group. Something that I failed to do in here, which really helps as a tank with the Crowlusk Riders, especially when you're in the second boss area, is to mark yourself. It lets your DPS know which way they're facing and where you are, so they don't get cleaved. So pro tip. So we're going to kill this, and then we're going into the Obelisk. Now this is the tank buster, so I'm going to take, same as always, I'm going to take one hit of Spirit Breaker, and then I'm going to leg it away. I run into the wall there, it's awesome, and then I get hit in the back. So just everything's coming up Millhouse. So just take one hit, run away, and then just keep a distance for as long as you can. Biggest thing here is to just make sure, as I always say, that you're not getting that you're not face tanking it while you've got the Spirit Breaker debuff on you. Now, if you're on a lower key, you certainly can. If you're on a higher one, it's generally, as a Blood DK, not advisable to just stand there and face tank it while you've got the Spirit Breaker debuff on you. So just keep kiting that down. I'm going to kite it all the way down to the back of this room here, and I'm going to come out here now. You just have to play this room pendant on affixes. So generally you can do a giant pull in this room. However, it's bolstering on this week's of affixes here. So I'm just going to elect to grab these three here, and I'm going to try and just pull them over into the back here. Now you've just got to be aware here, the incubators will cast a lightning in a bottle. What that does is it puts that blue circle, it puts a lightning, I don't know, area of effect on the ground that you just don't want to stand in. The tenders will do a heal that you need to cast as well. They'll also run off to, I don't know, drain energy from an egg. You can stop that with a stun. If you grip them back, they will keep running. The incubators will also blow up as well, so just don't stand in the butter. Boom. Next, we're going to grab... I actually get hit on the edge there. I still call bullshit, though. I definitely didn't get hit by it. It was a bug in the game. So we get one stack on these riders, unfortunately, but we're going to pull 4 here. So we're going to pull these 4 here. Again, watching out for the Noxious Breath, kicking the lightning in a bottle when we can as well, but the big thing is to just watch out for the cleave on the riders. That is the biggest thing. Kick the heals as well that the incubator will be casting, or it might be the tender that casts heals. Just make sure you kick the heals. The riders will do this electric shield as well. With the electric shield, you can purge that off if it gets off, so just be aware of that. Otherwise, just watch out for the cleaves. This took us quite a while to die, but they ended up with a 3 stack of bolster, which was a little bit unfortunate. So once they're dead, we are going to pull the remaining 5. Now, you do whatever pull pattern suits you in this room. Don't feel like you have to do this pull in 1 or in 2. Generally it's a safe way to split it into 3, but do obviously what you're comfortable with and what your group's DPS can handle as well. So we've got tenders and incubators here, so exact same rules apply. Stun the drains when you can, and kick the lightning and the shields, kick the greater heals, and pew pew pew. So once they're dead, the snake comes up. Now, big thing with the snake, guys, as the tank, you want to pull it over to the edge of the arena where I am. You want everyone to stack on you, and when it does the Noxious Breath, you want to move to the left or the right as a full group. So we're going to move to the right here. So Noxious Breath comes up, we're moving to the right. That way, this green spray shit is all over here. Next, you want to try and reposition again, have everyone back in here and have the breath going. If you can, you want it a little bit more out of the arena, just so you're saving as much room in the arena as you can for free space. We get really cucked here by the boss. Like, the boss went down and then just, like, went to fucking Roger Brown on us kind of thing. So, a little bit unfortunate. You just watch it when it burrows and don't get hit. Then we're going to kill these snakes. The snakes will drop dust clouds in the 3rd and 4th waves, so you've just got to be aware of them, especially in the 3rd round. If you've still got ads up when you're going into the boss and there's dust clouds, the boss can easily end up in a dust cloud, which is obviously what you don't want, so you just need to make sure you move him on that. On the second one, you don't need to worry about baiting Noxious Breath because it's going to be the spin away, so Blinding Sand, spin, back to the boss. Knot of Snakes will get put on someone. You can stun it, so just have people using their stuns as fix, Storm Bolts, what's that, Fel Nova, whatever the Demon Hunter one is, Hodge, whatever you've got. So again, once he hits around, I don't know, I think it's 40% area or something, second round of snakes will come out. So again, you've just got to watch out for the dust clouds. You can see them there. So you can mass grip them off, you can grip them off, but they will just recast it. You kind of just need to keep moving them. Is it Fel Nova? It's really going to annoy me now. So yeah, killing them, boss comes back up. Now on the 3rd round, we're back to baiting breaths combined with Blinding Sand. So make sure you're spinning away from the Blinding Sand, baiting out the breaths, and that's pretty much it. Once he is dead, we're going to go down to this next pack. Now, Next pack here, you can elect to do one. Another thing you can do is get a Demon Hunter up here, and you can actually pull this Nimbus while the shield is up and do it with the middle pack. However, we're going to elect to do all 4, which is a little bit hairy on bolstering Grievous Fort, but again, just go whatever you're going with. Stormcaller, make sure you're getting the kicks on the Stormcaller. The shocks, don't let the shocks go off. With the Nimbus, when they're accumulating charges, you can purge those charges off them, so when they release charge, it doesn't hurt as much. You can also grip them off casts as well. So we're going to get them down, and then we're going to run through our little orb maze here. We're going to get to the bottom, we're going to pull... So sorry, went a little bit quicker. Stormcaller and a Nimbus here. We're going to do these 2 because I didn't want to do another double Nimbus, double Stormcaller pack because it would be fairly intense on this. They just deal a hell of a lot of damage. So we're going to kill these 2. Same thing again, interrupting the shocks on the Stormcaller, interrupting the Nimbus's charge when we can. And then we're going to go exact same again. We're not going to take this Obelisk yet though. We're going to kill these. And then we're going to grab these 2 Dervishes. Now again, you do whatever you want here. On Sanguine weeks, the Dervishes are a giant pain in the ass as they drop like insta 5 pools of Sanguini, so you just need to be aware of that. But we're just going to kill these 2 up here. If you can keep moving, it's generally the easiest way to do these, as if you stand still and you wait to see this swirl on the ground, you're always going to get hit. As the tank, it's not too bad. It fucking trucks your DPS though, so you just need to be careful of that. So 2 of them did, and what we're going to do now, because it's a fortified week, is we're going to pull these 4 and we're going to hero. Fort weeks, generally in higher keys, I'm actually a real fan of just using hero on these and killing it. You technically on a fort week do not need heroism for the boss. I think this is generally the better play and the safer play. However, do whatever suits your group again. So we're going to use hero, we're going to kill them, and then we're on to the... Oh, I've got an itchy ear. Then we're on to the third boss, yeah, Galvezat. So, Galvezat, big thing is the tank. Generally, you don't want to take the beams. Low keys and things like that, you can take the beams. However, the higher you go, you know, a beam just adds pressure, you know, to the healer and to this fight already. It just seems to be quite a heavy hitting boss the longer the fight goes on for. So if you can avoid soaking beams, do so. Otherwise, if you do have to use so, you've got AMS at your disposal and things like that, but just be aware. It does hurt a fair bit. So I soak beams a couple of times, but generally it's my group doing it sort of over me. And while you've got AMS up, you're absolutely fine to soak. It's not a danger. It's outside of that can sometimes get a little bit hairy. So we're going to kill them, or we're going to kill him. Then we're going to run up and take this Obelisk. Now, Obelisk, this one's Fear Boy for this week's of fixes. So we're going to go in and we're going to kill the ads straight away, and then we're going to move. Now remember, the ads, the little flesh fiends, will put a dot on you. It stacks. It does hurt the higher it gets, so just be aware of that. Slows, stuns. If you do have aggro on them all, feel free to just kite away while you DPS and munching them, so you don't have to worry about taking stacks. And then we're just going to run old mate Chaos here all the way down to the end. Now, some groups will run them down and kill them. Okay, chill out, mate. Some groups will run down and kill it in front of this Obelisk. What we are going to do, because we have a rogue. Now, if you don't have a rogue, or perhaps a Resto Druid could do it in Prowl as well, but if you don't have that option, you may very well want to kill the Obelisk here. However, we have a rogue, so what we're going to do is we're going to kill it out the front of Skull Mountain here, out the front of the giant skull. And what we're going to do is, when we've got both orbs in, we're going to go in the portal where we kill this. And Detroni, the rogue in the group here, is going to go and activate the other Obelisk for us, because he can just stealth up to it, then get in the Obelisk, which you could do as a druid in Prowl if you had that option. If you don't have that option though, you may want to kill him up the top sort of thing. So we're going to come out, and what we're going to do here is I'm going to grab all of this. I'm going to run up and I'm going to click on this orb first ahead of everyone, so it pulls the the orb guardians out and things like that. They'll end up putting the orb back. I'm going to take all of these with me on a cross-country tour, and Zai is just going to run in travel form and pick up each one and put them in. So once that's done, we're just going to grip them all up, and I'm not going to bother like showing you this whole room, but pretty much I just clear a path to one, click on it, I run all the way over, I click on it again, the Guardian takes the orb off me each time, and then we just finish them down. If you don't have a resto druid that can do that, demon hunters and rogues can solo orbs as well. Otherwise, you can literally just clear your way to each orb. So we've finished up that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the rift here, and we're going to leg it all the way down the end. Now, Detroni has gone back up, you can see on the minimap here. He's gone back up to activate the Obelisk. He's going to activate the Obelisk, and then he is just going to bolt down to join us. The Spider Boss, which is the double cast run, is just going to come down and find us because there's no one in range and there's no one else there. So, as I said, it does help to have a rogue because a rogue's obviously got a lot of tools and is quite quick to get back. But you could do it with a druid as well, I'm pretty sure. So he's running back. You can see the spider is coming down the stairs. Now, the ads kill themselves on the way too, so you don't have to worry about ads. Again, 2 kicks. Get the pestilence, get the lingering doubt, and then just move it over here. And it's a punching bag. Now it's just 2 kicks, 2 kicks, 2 kicks, 2 kicks. So kill this one here, and we're going to come out. And then we're going on to these. Now, 2 hexes at a time is fine, so just make sure you've got interrupts. These lava bursts hit for a heap. Look at this lava burst goes into Zai. It puts him down to 24% on 1 cast, and that's with no bolstering. So on Fortified, they hit pretty hard. Try and get your kicks. So we're just going to kick them and kill them. Then we're doing the next 2, exact same principles again. And then we're on to the last boss. Now, make sure as the tank, you always make sure everybody's ready because you can do a pre-pot. Once you click on him, it insta-starts. Go to a Hexa, and then what you want to do is you want to find the Guardian that's over here, and you want to get this Guardian over on top of a Hexa to cleave down. Now, the Guardian is going to put a stacking debuff on you called, what's it called? Heart. It's like Heart Stopper or Heart something. I don't know. Put a stack on me. Heart Attack, which is bad. So you don't want to leave the Guardian up for a long time. So your DPS should be focusing the Guardian down whilst cleaving off on the hexes, and your job is to just make sure that you put the Guardian next to the hexes. So if you can, there's going to be Witch Doctors. Imprison the Witch Doctors or blind them if you've got the ability to CC, or polymorph them. I'm pretty sure you can polymorph them. Couldn't see why not. It's a humanoid, you could polymorph them. But if you can CC them, then do that, because then you can funnel damage into the hexes. Once the first, it's either the Hexa or the Guardian, I'm pretty sure it's the Hexa. Once the first Hexa dies, I'm pretty sure you have a minute to click the orb before it will despawn the healing orb. So you really do want to prioritize getting the hexes down. I'm pretty sure it's the first Hexa dies, then you have a minute. So you want to get that down. So kill the hexes ASAP, and then we're just going to grab, we had a second Witch Doctor here, and then we're just going to grab the other one and kill that. Now toads will spawn. Toads put a, I think it's a healing absorption. I don't know. It's not good. You can use AMS as a DK and run into them and soak them. You just don't want them getting onto your healer. So if they get onto your healer, bad. Slow them, stun them, AMS and soak them, or even get anybody else to run into them. Just don't let them reach your healer. Healer's going to top it up. We're going to do an exact rinse repeat of that again. Find the Guardian, bring it to a Hexa, scoot around. And then once we are on to the 3rd round, when the healer gets Seth up. So we've gone through our 2nd round here. He reaches 100%. Then we get the buff. So as soon as you've got the buff, the empowerment buff here, what you're going to do is your healer, anybody in the group, just not you as the tank, is going to run all the way up the corridor from where we skipped with the Obelisk, and they're going to bring all the trash back. Now with empowerment, you basically cannot die, so we're just going to come down here, all the trash is going to, it doesn't matter about mechanics whatsoever. I should have added 2 guys. Make sure on the Plague Doctor, you kick the Lightning cast and you kick the Snake Charm, sorry. Should have made mention of that. They cast Chain Lightning, kick it. They cast Snake Charm, kick it. Just repeated myself twice. When you've got the buff up, you don't need to worry about any of it though. So just kill these cycling around. Make sure that you don't kill the last Hexa while the trash is still up, because if you kill the last Hexa, you'll lose your empowerment buff and then you'll have the rest of the trash. So just make sure you've polished up all the trash, keep 1 Hexa alive, and then once all the trash is dead, kill your last Hexa, and boom, bam, you're done. So hopefully that helps you out, guys. If you've got any questions whatsoever, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, come find me on Twitch, come hang out in the Discord, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. See you, fam.